What am I doing, bro? So, so it should be up. You are gay. Like I don't have it like that. I have it like this. Hey, buddy. I know. Let's see what video ideas I have. I mean, don't try. It could be good. Don't try. Why am I trying? Why don't I just like record a video just to like stay consistent? Why don't I do that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm looking at myself right now. I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to that just yet. Not yet. I gotta figure out where my place is in this. So far, I know that I'm not gonna give up, no matter what. I know my faults. I know I'm lazy. That's exactly why I'm doing this. And I've also come to learn a valuable lesson to not try. And the quality of my videos currently do not matter. Because I do not have the discipline and necessary willpower to just make the YouTube videos that I want, and I don't have the skills to make the YouTube videos that I want. I'm decent at editing. I think I'd be good at storytelling with time, but right now it's just me sitting here doing nothing. I have a few ideas for a couple videos that I could do. I gotta fix up my audio, but I don't even want to worry about that. I want to actually like kind of torture myself a little bit, but there is no reason in trying. I'm almost done with school though. I kind of want to upload something like this just to say fuck you to like everyone who just like doubts, hates, because for some reason they don't want to be self-sufficient in their own lives. For some reason they don't want to achieve some goals and aspirations for themselves, even though they know they have dreams. They think, oh, it's impossible. And then they get a little bit triggered when I say, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing this, and they think too short term. And they see me, I mean, they saw me like fat as fuck a year ago. They're like, oh, he's not actually gonna lose weight when I said I was. And I was like, okay, watch me in a year when I'm suddenly getting bitches. Or they saw me when I was fat as shit, and I was like, watch me be lean in, I don't know, 8 months, because that was the healthy way. And I knew that I was gonna lose 2 pounds a week no matter what. And I messed up 4 times, I would say. Like four of those 25 weeks, 30 weeks, I fucked up, and I maintained my weight, which isn't even fucking up. But to me, that was because that was making no progress. Even though in the end, I was still making progress. Like, the end path was right here, right here. But through that is not linear. People always think that, oh, these paths are linear. It's a fucking linear string that just goes from bottom left to top right. That's the graph of success. The graph of success is not exponential, which is what it actually is. It is you having no progress, no progress, no progress. Maybe a little bit, you're starting to notice something. All the way up. That's what fucking success is. But these people, these doubters, they don't know it. And I'm just ranting, and I'm probably gonna upload it because I want to work today. And I've been a lazy piece of shit. I've done a bunch of bad habits I shouldn't have. And right after this, I'm gonna meditate to clear my fucking mind and maybe read. Probably read, because that's on my like to-do list of habits. I'm gonna follow a strict fucking regimen tomorrow. And in school, I'm just gonna sleep the entire time because I don't give a shit about school. I'm gonna do my work, get it done, whatever, and then I'll go to the gym, go home, read, meditate, do deep work, probably another video, because I want to start doing shit with my life. Make a fucking Shopify business, just like out of the gate, just shitty. Make one. Because the more I do, the more I'm gonna fucking learn, and that's all that really matters. Because I've learned throughout the fucking decades, all I need to do is just not give a fuck about what you think. I know who's watching this. That's all I need to do. And you know that's my weak point. And I also know that's my weak point. So fuck you. As Kanye West in Runaway says, let's have a toast for the douchebags and the assholes and the scumbags and the jerk-offs. Let's have a toast to all of them. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I'm itching now because I have ADHD and I'm just bouncing. The path to success is not linear at all. I need to speak with more cadence in my voice. I know that. I should probably read a fucking book on social skills and shit. The path to success is not linear. That's not good. Who cares? Whatever. You can see I'm trying. That's all that fucking matters. Okay? I honestly am starting to just not give a fuck anymore. Or at least I can pretend to not give a fuck, and then eventually it'll come to a point where I'm not giving a fuck so much on accident that I just genuinely don't give a fuck. Because you fake it until you make it, I guess. All these I could make fucking videos on, concepts on, but I'm just gonna fucking rant and ramble and like some ideas to short comfort, resist temptation, fucking Goldilocks zone, and how I'm in that right now. How I'm barely pushing myself over the edge into learning what I want to. I always have a fucking acid reflux for some reason, not like throwing up, but like burping and shit, always. And I just drank water, so there should be no reason why it happens, but that's just my body, and I'm gonna have to do like multiple takes of videos just because of my acid reflux. Oh my god. And you have things like minor tics, minor Tourette's, minor like ADHD where I'm blinking, or like I scratch a pillow in a certain way to like get my itch of like OCD, or I don't even know what the fuck that is, but sometimes I like blink hard. I do that. I can't help it. You know, it's kind of a part of me now. Kind of just have to accept it. My hair's a fucking mess. I need to cut it. I kind of want to start wearing it like, you know, well, like up like that and shit, but it's not. It's messy. Fuckboy, school, haircut. Right when I'm after that, I'm starting to get into men's fashion and stuff. I want to do that. I don't know, man. I'm trying to learn. Most people, their problem does not come from making the highest quality stuff. Because I know that with time I could. Because I have the perseverance to do that. I made some decently high quality videos, and I've also realized a few things. Like, you shouldn't go to 100% on a video. You should always go to 80 and then just leave it. Because that 80 will eventually get better, and it takes like 10 hours extra of work to get to that 100%. And even then, it's just not worth it because you're just lazy. You're being like, okay, no creativity. Let's just do linear stuff. Click that, drag that, split, take that. That seems kind of funny. Split. Like, you're not thinking out of the box or creatively. So deep work is 100% the best option. And that's what I've been doing. And honestly, as long as I make something that I'm proud of, that's all that matters. I'm not talking to the camera anymore, because I'm not saying fuck you anymore. But still, fuck you, because I know exactly who's watching this. Fuck you. And to all the people who are watching this, that are watching it in a good way, love you. I can't even do a fucking heart. Did that, or what is it, like this? That shit. I don't know. That's what girls do nowadays. They do that. Success is not linear. And to anyone who's fucking talking to me, who says, oh, you're lazy because you don't have a 9 to 5, I'm gonna get a job right after school. But my point, the reason why I never wanted a 9 to 5, this could be to my brother, my mom watching this too, because I know you're a bit disappointed in me too. You spoiled me. I'm a spoiled little bitch, privileged bitch, and I fucking hate it, and it's kind of funny. I would also hate being poor, but I would also hate being rich, because I don't want to just have it. That's the funny thing. I don't want to be rich right now. I want to fucking work for it. I want to work my ass off. That's okay. This is just getting really personal really quick. And I don't even mind, honestly. That's why I'm doing it. What was I talking about? 9 to 5 job. So, the reason why is I knew I was lazy. I knew that all I needed to do was take those few steps into doing deep work every day, to not giving a fuck about what you think. That's all I needed to do. And suddenly, my growth will start to be exponential. Suddenly, going from making one video every 3 months, doing this, to making a video every few days starts to be like this. Then all of a sudden I start to work on quality. And then quality and quantity and experience and skills, exponential. I've already seen it with some areas of my life. They're not up here. They're like down here. But the fact that exponential, like, that difference is fucking insane. When you realize that difference, when you've actually been through it. I sound insane right now unless you've been through what I've been through. If you've been through what I've been through, then you fucking know what exponential growth feels like. And you kind of doubt it when you first hear it. Like, oh no, your life doesn't get that much better in a month, does it? Out of nowhere? After 2 years straight of working hard? I haven't even worked 2 years straight. After 2 years straight of working hard, your life gets that much better? Really? After making yourself fucking cry yourself to sleep, staring at the ceiling, punching yourself in the fucking face when you do something that you don't want to, when you do something wrong, your life gets that much better. You start to actually love yourself. You start to love the feeling of getting up, taking a cold shower, going for a mile jog in the morning, then journaling and meditating and doing all this shit, and then suddenly you start getting into deep work. And you start to just not give a fuck about what others think. And you start to attract other things. If you know what I'm saying. Which I know most people who are watching this have no idea what I'm saying, because 90% of men are sex deprived as shit. And I will remain a virgin. I stand by that. I'm probably gonna make a video on that, because I think I do not want to become what I hate in modern America until I'm out, at least. I think even though it's gonna be painful, maybe I'll fuck up. Maybe I'll just like go to a party with my brother or something, and a hot chick will pop up, and I'll just. But right now, no, not gonna worry about that. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on myself. Gonna do deep work every day, every other day, whatever. Do martial arts with one of my best friends from elementary school, and a girl, but I don't really, not anymore. I don't really care. I pissed off a lot of people in the last few months. I don't even know why. I kind of like it though. Being hated shows you're doing the right thing. I've talked to a lot of people who have achieved different success across their life. And even my brother, who like he says he follows the same principles. Like, he wears a t-shirt that says discipline equals freedom. Yet the drugs my brother takes. I'm so fucking disappointed in you, Nick. That's coming from the fucking heart. And you know it. You know I'm disappointed. And you know. Okay, it's 9:30. You know that I mean it. And that I'm doing it just to show I care for you. Because I think me and my brother are the most important people in our lives. I cannot wait till the day this motherfucker realizes how he fucked up. And you know what's funny is the good choice in his life would have literally been to be a professional gamer. That's the funny thing. And he stopped that to go to the gym, but did nothing else. Not a business, not YouTube. Well, YouTube is a business, potential business. Like, he just wasted his life, and now he's doing drugs and frat boy parties and shit. What the fuck are you doing? I'm ranting now, but like, I don't care. I've been recording for 18 minutes. Probably been talking for like 10. Because I just sat there for 8 minutes like, I'm not going to try. I did that and now I'm talking. And I was talking about exponential growth and how nothing's linear. But every person who's fucking watching this, they're like, I know. For some reason, all they do is doubt. All they do I guess, yeah, I'm 17. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'd rather listen to people who are successful. I'd rather listen to people who are where I want to be. You want to know why? I learned that lesson from gaming, bitch. None of you got good at gaming. I did. I coached some of you to be good at gaming. None of them. No, one of them is my friend. I don't like the rest of them. And they don't like me. I'm a bit blunt, which isn't good. That's not the Goldilocks, like, golden mean of a man. I should be honest, and I am honest, but I'm also a little bit blunt sometimes because I'm a fucking asshole and a dickhead, but in a good way because I do it to help people. And when you tell a person that they're wrong, and no matter how much, I'm also gonna make a video on cognitive dissonance, which is exactly what I was about to start talking about. So maybe I should just avoid it and just let that slide, but. No matter how much I prove to these people, or I'm gonna prove even more, which I mean, they don't see the successes that I have now because they're not me, but like I see it in my own life. I see how that exponential graph in my social, my business, well, my business is just like starting, like work, making money, literally zero money, zero, broke. I'm not saying I made any fucking money after high school. Because I'll have the time to do a business and a job. I'll do that. Sorry about the acid reflux. But the reason why I didn't get a job... I bounce around too much. The reason why I didn't get a fucking job is because... Bro, when I see it on my calendar and I see 6 a.m. wake up and then half my day's gone to school, I'm like, the fuck is the point to that? And on weekends, I'm up at 8. I'm like, yee! And then I fucking... work my ass off, or I don't work my ass off, but I do a lot of the good shit. And then I worked the other day. I made that video, which was good. That was like 4 hours of deep work, I guess. I was recording it and shit like that, and then I read for an hour. I finished my first ever book, and I wanna start reading a book a week. I mean, I read a book. That's it, and I didn't even read it correctly. I didn't know that the way you're supposed to read books is not from one end to the other, or like actual books, not like storybooks. Which is, the fairy princess was rescued by the bitch who killed the dragon, and even though it's a what do you call it? Analogy of life and not jerking off and like I don't whatever. Slaying the dragon, having cold turkey. Whatever. But what was I talking about? The book. Yeah, so the way you read books is not one end to the other. The way you read it is actually like a handbook. Like you go through, you're like, oh, that looks interesting, and then you instantly go do whatever it says. Like if there's a social skills book that talks about how important eye contact is, which I know eye contact is important, but this is a camera. I need to get my focus on to where I seem like I'm talking to you. You specifically. I'm good with my hand movements. I know that, even though I'm not even trying right now. I'm just like flopping around. I know I'm good with my hand movements, bitch. Yeah, Mr. White. Tight. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just rambling. I'm probably gonna upload this too. Just call it Nolan ranting. Or the rant part 5. That's a Kendrick Lamar reference for all of you. Maybe not even edit it. I will edit it. But you're not supposed to read books from one end. You're supposed to read it like a journal. So you go and do whatever you just learned from it. So like Atomic Habits was a book I just like read, and I read it all the way through, but I highlighted through it. And you know, if somebody from my school wants to comment down and say how fucking weird it was that in the middle of lunch, where they make the same jokes, talks about the same shit, and I go fucking insane every day, I'm sitting there with my book, highlighter, and I stopped this after like 4 days because I was like, okay, maybe it's a little bit weird, but honestly, I'm gonna start doing it again. And I took my fucking highlighter and I went read. That way, when I go back to my book, or could you even see me? You couldn't even see my hand. No, not really. Whatever. When I go back to that book, I can go through, highlight. Oh, that's a very important detail. Okay, I'm gonna take that into my life now because there were a lot of good details in there. It's kind of funny how when one of them like looked at the book, when one of the people at my lunch table, I'm not even gonna fucking call them my friends, when one of the people, my acquaintances at my lunch table was like reading the book, it was just like the start of the chapter, so it was like the most simple thing ever, and they were like, oh, that's useless, but they never actually like thought to read it. Whatever. Yeah, so I highlighted stuff in it. I kind of stopped that, but there were a lot of like, for some reason he made a lot of insanely good analogies in the book that kind of just like resonated with me. And the way he explained some of the things with like studies that like you've never heard of in your life and shit like that, that really just goes to show how important some of the aspects are. I'm probably gonna make a book review. Ooh. Book review on that shit or something. I don't know. Posture. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that again. Very good book though. First ever like book I've genuinely read. And then right now I'm reading a very controversial book because it's controversial. It's about like manipulating people and getting power and shit. And honestly, like, it does seem a little bit weird to think of everyone as your enemy, but you start to realize everyone is actually your enemy in life. Honestly. You start to really get that through your thick fucking skull that everyone is out to get you. Even though you may not think it. Everything is a competition. Everything is war in a guy's life. Even in a woman's life. A good woman keyword try. I don't know why I did that. Keyword try to compete for a man's attention, even though a man just decides what girl he actually wants. They can't really do shit about that, but they think they can, so that matters. We don't like that masculine energy though. Everything in a guy's life is competing with other men. How annoying is that, like, shaking of the desk? I'm gonna stop that. So yeah, I'm gonna read that, even though it's a bit controversial. I have bulk face right now, and it's really pissing me off. I'd look so chiseled if I was lean. I mean, I still have a decent jawline, but like, is it worth it? Yeah, it is, because I'm a cut like half a year. I don't know. Thing is, I don't care how I look right now. I don't care how I sound right now. I don't care how rich I am right now. I'm broke as shit. No money. Zero. I don't care. I care where I'm going to be. I don't care that I'm right here right now. I'm like right here on the exponential graph right now. Not quite about to like hit that. I'm like halfway there. I'm like, there's like nothing, and I'm like halfway there. I'm starting to get decent like consistency, so it's like a little bit up. No, not a lot, but it's like a little bit, and then in like a year or so, it's good. Yeah, exponential growth, baby. And it's funny because everyone doubts me. Everyone, except for myself, and also my best friends, which I don't even call them like friends. They're just brothers, honestly. Friends, I mean, the book says it. Friends are out to get you. Friends don't give a fuck about you, especially in school. You're forced to be their friend. You're not actually their friend. You don't care about them. They don't care about you. You guys just have similar interests, and the second you lose those similar interests, you're gone. I should have been you're gone. The second you stop gaming, the second you stop doing all these bad habits that all these fucking dumbasses are doing. Yeah, I'm calling you dumbasses. I'm also a dumbass, but I can at least fucking admit it. The second you stop doing this, they'll cut you off. The second you start implementing good habits, or like even if one of them does have a good habit, like one of them does, he reads, but he doesn't read like useful books, or at least I don't think he does. And this man has like the base for god tier genetics too, for like bodybuilding and shit. Smart guy. You did not grow up right. I feel sorry for you. You did. My one like friend that I have here, or brother, he's my bro. You're not my friend. You know who you are exactly. The one bro I have here knows exactly what I'm talking about. Has the base of a god and is wasting it. I feel so bad because he could be 10 times like more successful than any of us, probably. Well, I guess he's not, because he's not actually taking charge. He's not actually being masculine because he grew up so fucking feminine. Good job. I also grew up pretty feminine. Even though I had a bunch of like masculine desires, the feminine bullshit was just drilled into my fucking head. Even though I was that kid that whenever I did homework, I called it bullshit and then told the teachers, I don't care what you say, I'm just not going to do it anyways because I think it's stupid and useless. Even if I said that, even if I had my normal desires to say that, because I thought that it wasn't good for me. It wasn't useful at all. It was completely unfair, the amount of work that you had to do as a 7-year-old fucking child. Even though I had those core desires, I was told off. And I was told off so much that eventually I was like, okay, I'll listen. I'll be neutered. I'll be a little dog. No, that's not what I should have fucking done. I should have stood my fucking ground, but I was a little boy. And little boys, little girls, they're easily influenced. A lot of the people that know me, nobody fucking knows me. Nobody, not even my brothers. Maybe Luca. A lot of people that know me think I'm closed-minded. Very, very closed-minded. Just because I'm set in like my beliefs currently. But the thing, I'm not set in my beliefs. I'm just a strong proponent of them. I think that's right to say. But I will never be set in my current beliefs. If somebody shows me a better alternative, I jump to it. I went from having the shittiest beliefs in the world to, I think, some of the best. Not currently the best. I'm still contemplating if I should be religious and shit like that. Like, genuinely. Which a lot of people may be surprised about that. Because, honestly, the world is godless. And I think it needs a god again. World's going to shit. But there's a lot of beliefs that I have that are really good right now. And mostly are the beliefs of very, very successful, wealthy, happy people. Happiness is an emotion, by the way. I'll probably explain that too. It was explained in a book to me, and I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Happiness is just dopamine. It's just working towards something. It's not like, I'm happy. It's not euphoria. It's not a mood change. It's not smoking weed going, nothing matters. No, that's not happiness. Happiness. Oh. Okay, let me explain it this way. So the Goldilocks zone is basically your flow state, right? If you've ever been a gamer, you know what the flow state is. It's when you're perfectly focused, and that happens to be, like, if there was a graph, this is a Goldilocks zone, this little curve, and this is when it gets too hard, this is when it gets too easy. This zone, the flow zone, the Goldilocks zone, is when you're in your flow state, because it's right on where you are. Your perfect mental focus is exactly what it takes to beat what you're doing, basically. So your goal is to go slightly above, like, the middle of that, so it's a bit harder than where you are currently, and you will be fulfilled, you will be happy. Before I started recording this, I felt like shit. Bad habits. You could probably guess what habit. And last night, I had a terrible fucking bloody nose. There might still be blood. I mean, whatever. The weather fucks with me in many ways I can't explain. So I just didn't go to school because I couldn't. I went in the morning too. It was bad. Then I was able to sleep at like 8 o'clock. I woke up. I journaled at least, did all normal shit. I still meditated or read, which I'm gonna have to do, even if it's for 1 minute and 1 page. Consistency is all that matters. Because like when I like started journaling, I did like the first 3 days, yeah, 1, 2, 3, easy. I was like, okay, let's focus on this new thing. After that, I took like 5 days off immediately. I was like, what the I took like 5 days off because I was like, I just forgot about it, honestly. And I was like, maybe it's not worth it. So I came back. It was like once every 3 days I journaled. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to make this a consistent habit that I always do. So I literally just wrote, yep, this is for consistency. Yep, this is for consistency. Every single day for like 6 days. And now I'm able to do it way more consistently. I'm getting freaked out by it. Anytime they like close a door, it sounds like a fucking like a Yodi gang, you know? Like, it's bad. They're saying, Fulcrum, come in, Fano. Oh, I'm about to hear it again, because I hear him, like, stomping above me. Fee, fi, fo, fum, bitch ass. So yeah, that's what it is with consistency. It's just doing it. It's not about the quality of it. So with meditating, I've done meditating, journaling, and reading for around a week straight. I don't even know. I should keep track of it. I should put a like paper on my wall above my laptop so I constantly see it. But I don't. So right now it's just me holding myself accountable for my own shitty or really good actions. I've also ran for 5 days straight. I just ran around my block. Which is like half a mile. And as long as I just keep doing that, so far my breathing has gotten a lot better. The first day I was like wheezing by the end of it. I was like, and you know, when your like chest gets really tight, you start to smell like cheese sticks and shit. Like it's not good. It's like after you run the pacer test, basically. If you're not a endurance based like person, because you spent 8 years wasting your life gaming and trying to become a pro gamer, which is not actually what you wanted. Amazing. No, so I've just been doing half a mile because it's just enough to where, like, the Goldilocks zone, just enough to where it's not too much for me. And I actually kind of want to do it. It's fun. So I just pop headphones in. I have a running playlist with, like, X and shit that has, like, the beats that go bop, bop, bop. Wait, bop, 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 bop. It's like 120 beats per minute or something. I don't know. 180 maybe. Like, Numb. Like, every single year. That shit. I don't. Okay, whatever. But Goldilocks zone, so I run each day, meditate, journal, read, all that. So all it is consistency. And what I was going to say is I started by doing, yep, this is for consistency in my journal. And you may be saying, okay, well, then that's useless. But then, with that consistency, when the weekend hit and I had enough time, basically, I just felt like writing more. I wrote entire pages, and I did that for like 3 days straight so far. So I don't think it's about the quality. I don't think it's about, okay, let's just do it as much as possible. I learned this lesson from gaming, and I didn't even realize it. You don't just jump straight into, let's say, talking about Rocket League, because that's my most, like, I coached people in that game. Hello. I could say his name, because it's a very common archetype for the niche that I'm currently in. I'm just recording videos talking about my life, but I guess it is self-improvement. Yeah. It's great. I love self-improvement. No, but I'm not gonna say his name, even though he's the archetype of. Yeah. So I coached him to do exactly like what I did, but from scratch, not from 250 hours, where he got Champ 1 in a month in Rocket League, which is very good, by the way. So, yeah, that was good progress. But what I was going to say is when you're in Rocket League, if you know Rocket League, you don't just go straight into flip resets. What do you need to learn first? The fundamentals. So you just hop in a free play, and for the first 20 hours, drive around hitting the ball, failing every single time. I taught this motherfucker. He doesn't understand how learning works. He kind of gets it now because I taught him. I was like, man, I'm just going to say man, I don't care what you think. I'm the coach here. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Even though I haven't achieved this in anything else in life yet, I know what I'm doing in Rocket League at least, right? And these same principles for Rocket League are the same for anything in life. I've come to realize that. In any game, that's why I get good at any genre I'm in. I'm gonna get good at YouTube, gonna get good at business, gonna get good at all this shit. Because I know myself, and I know I will. Because I have the skill sets necessary. Or not the skill sets. I have the skill sets. I have the experience, the knowledge of knowing how to learn a skill. Right now, this video is shit. That's not the point. This video to me is like, okay, not gonna use his name because I know he'll get pissed, even though he's the literal archetype that I can't fucking say. And he is that archetype, which is kind of funny. I love him a little bit. He's a little goofball. Love this man. Whatever. Think about it this way, man. When you hop straight into Rocket League, and I told you to go straight into Dribbling Challenge 1.2. I'm speaking straight to him right now, because I know you're probably going to watch this. I know that person is going to send it to you, and he's also going to send it in the server. When you watch this, when I made you hop straight into that, you were so fucking dog shit, I was laughing the entire time. By the end of the 5-hour session, where I was like, nope, you gotta do this. You gotta push yourself. Okay, you want me to help you a little bit on this? Okay, sure. I'll be a little mentor. I'll be like, maybe to get the ball on top of your car, you don't just drive straight into it right when you're onto it. If you think about it on like a physics level, maybe you should hit it from the side so it bounces up and it gets upward momentum, or maybe you drive into it fast so the ball can't like react. And I just taught him a bunch of like physics shit, right? Because the game is a physics engine. If you know physics, you're gonna know Rocket League. He's like, oh, that makes sense. And he started to get kind of comfortable. So then I forced him to do the harder dribbling challenge at the time, which was 2 years ago. 1 year ago, 2 years ago. That was the one that Evampel did the freestyle on and got famous from. He couldn't do that. I sat there laughing, and he eventually got to like level 20, which is very good for somebody who didn't play the game at all prior. Just because I forced him to hop into free play, hit the ball for 20 minutes. I taught him the drill where you hit the ball on the wall. Let's say there's a wall, hit the ball, hit it again. That one. Whoever plays Rocket League knows what I'm talking about. The bounce, the hitting the ball when it bounces, like training thing that like Mertzy and Musty always vouched for like 4 years ago, to practice hitting the ball when it bounces on the ground so you get the most amount of power, and then you drive around. When it bounces, hit again, hit again. Anyone knows what I'm talking about, they know how useful that was for them in the earlier stages. And then just like hopping in a free play doing that shit and going straight into that and failing and failing and failing and failing and failing and fucking failing. So when I tell you that I know what I'm fucking talking about, I am going to fail on YouTube over and over and over and over and over again, just like I did in every game, because I am not a natural. I'm not gifted. Being gifted does not exist. People who are at the highest peaks of success have failed more than anyone. I'm giving you a life lesson here, and I'm 17, and I learned it from wasting my life on video games. That's the one thing that I got from video games, is knowing the skill of learning, and a lot of like philosophical ideas and shit. Because when you master one skill, you can master a lot of others. A lot. So yeah, man. When you see me, he sends server whatever they're probably gonna do, little group of monkeys that are all doubting me. When that shit happens and you like laugh at me for recording this, you're gonna know in the back of your fucking monkey brain that I'm right. Man, I still won't say your name. You know exactly what I'm saying. You know how fucking hilarious it was when I saw your stupid ass go through the same struggles I did. When I told you jump into the dribbling challenge and fail over and over again. I don't care how much you want to cry. I don't care how much you're going to hate yourself. Fail. And because no one's watching, because there's no societal pressure, it's easy, right? It's so easy to get good at Rocket League. It's so easy to get good at Fortnite. It's so easy to waste your time. Thousands of fucking hours in these games. 2,000 hours on Hoi 4. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's a military strategist game, but why not just become a fucking general? If you know so much. You know deep down that I'm right. You know that in the back of your mind, you're saying, oh shit, he's starting to actually, like, care about his life now. I can't just laugh at him for, like, not wanting a job, even though after he graduates high school, he's getting a job to substitute for school, which he'll still be miserable in, but the rest of my life is perfectly fine. I love my life when I'm not in school. I'm gonna hate my life when I'm in the job, but at least it's making me some fucking cash, and on the side I can make a business. And maybe, not maybe, eventually, a year down the line, after one more year of hell, maybe half a year, if I put in enough fucking work, and you know I can, you know I will, and you know I forced you to, maybe, just maybe, eventually, I could quit that job and be making hundreds of thousands, millions of fucking dollars eventually. Not just from YouTube, by the way. Oh, no. This is just stuff that I'm passionate about. All of you know that I love YouTube. As you can see by my Fortnite shit. And by my dreams as a child. No, they were goals. They're not dreams. I don't have dreams. When I want to set my fucking mind on something, I'm probably going to fucking achieve it. The one thing I didn't was being a professional gamer. But I was still a damn good coach for professional players. And none of you, except for Max, knows that. So don't fucking talk. Straight up. If you don't know what you're talking about, then don't talk. I was so close to upper echelon too. But the funny thing is I didn't want it. I didn't work for it. That was just the way that I got status, honestly. That's the reason why I played video games, for status. Speedrunning, status. Oh, you guys beat Getting Over in 12 hours? Well, guess what? I beat it in 12 hours, but then I also tortured myself for 198 more hours to beat it in 2 minutes 50 seconds, which isn't even that good for speedrunning, but it's still better than most of the player base. And if I hopped on it right now, I could probably get 4 minutes easy. Easy. Because it's still on my muscle memory. All for status. For what? It's all useless. At the end of the fucking day. Gaming is useless. I haven't touched a game in a month. Maybe, Flow Free on my phone during forensics. Flow Free. I don't want to count that as a video game. Flow Free. That's not even like me hopping on Geometry Dash. I haven't touched Geometry Dash. Which is weird for me. That's a game that I just like. I can just go on my mobile phone. I just said mobile phone. Can you tell that I don't fucking use technology like I used to? I just go here, go. Oh, I just beat Problematic. Oh, I just beat Cataclysm again. I don't though. There's no point. I'd rather spend my time doing this, which yes is going to be a fail. I know it will. Okay, I'm not stupid. I'm just lazy. I'm a product of today's society. I'm a product of education system. I'm a product of media manipulation. I'm a product of all this fucking bullshit trying to take me fucking down. I was gonna say, so the question is, and try and make this dramatic, but genuinely I have no idea what the question is. That's just the truth. The more resistance you face, the more you fucking push through it. The more I'm gonna get laughed at, and the more I'm gonna be ridiculed, and the more I'm gonna be tried to be manipulated or scrutinized or disdained, the more I know I'm making a good choice. And to anyone who I don't know who's watching this, listen to me when I say that. You should do the same. Stop giving a fuck, and don't just like read the book Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's over there. That book, I've read like 20 pages. It's funny. The guy's funny. I just like the guy's humor. He's actually pretty funny. But that's something that I used to have in my brain. I used to just not give a fuck and just upload on YouTube. Not the Fortnite stuff. I did give a fuck then, because I was just showing off to people, which is true. Because I have a slight ego. Because like what I know, what I know I'm better at than other people. Yeah, whatever. I know I'm better. I have an ego when it comes to that. But I don't have an ego as in arrogance. I don't think that I'm the best in the fucking world. I think that I have the potential to be, but I'm not. I have the humility to fucking know that. A lot of people get that confused with ego. I don't know why. I'm not arrogant. Just a little bit egotistical, a little bit of a dickhead. Who's a little bit too blunt. I try and be honest. I try and be a fucking gentleman. I try and be a good man. I try. But when I'm against people that I hate, no, not I hate. The funny thing is I said that just like, I don't even know why I said that. I don't hate you guys. You know who I'm talking to. You guys kind of hate me. It's just, why? I've literally said to countless fucking people, like, okay, yeah, I will force you to pay me to, like, lose weight and shit. Of course, because I want to make money out of it. That's just business. But you know that I can teach you how to lose weight. And it's pretty simple. But for some reason, even though if you tell it to someone, they're not going to do it. And I can definitely sell a person to do it. I can definitely hold them accountable because I'm good at that. I'm a really good accountability partner. You can ask anyone that I'm like friends with. Nobody's a good accountability partner for me though. That's the funny thing. I do not have a Nolan in my life. I do not have a person who says, shut the fuck up and do the work. That isn't trying to manipulate me. You know who you are. I do not have a person to do that and slap me on the back and call me a brother. Don't have that. I don't have a person who genuinely cares about my interests. And yes, I want to be the best out of anyone I know. Of course I want to be. That's a natural masculine fucking instinct, is being the leader. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I've always tried to be the leader. I've never tried to be like, okay, what are we doing now, guys? Unless we're in like school. And then when we're in school, I'm just like, okay, y'all just do whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll just pick up the table scrap. Cause I don't really care. In school, I don't care. That's not my forte. That's not my forte, buddy. I don't care about school. School's fucking retarded. I don't know if I can say that word. I'm gonna though. School is retarded. School is stupid. I'm gonna write a book on school. I'm writing a book on school. I've already written a few pages. I should probably write 500 words a day. That's a good little consistency too. Write a book every day. No, not write a book every day. Write half a page every day for a book. Because in half a year to a year, I'll be done with that book. Which doesn't seem like it's like too close by, but that's right around the corner if you think about it. And if I just stay consistent with that, YouTube, doing businesses and shit, who knows where I'll be. Because with Rocket League, I had my sights in mind. I had champ 1 in 3 weeks in mind, and I fucking achieved it. And then after that, I didn't really have a goal. And then the second I got the goal of grand champ, I achieved it in 2 weeks. But it's not about the goals. I'm teaching you all the shit I learned, and none of you are gonna listen. That's the funny thing. It's not about your goals. It's about the fucking systems you put in place. The reason why I achieved grand champ, it's not because I wanted it. It's not because I hopped on Rocket League with the new thing. Okay, I want grand champ. No, you always want grand champ. Those are always the dreams, right? Think about it this way. If you want to be rich, how do you become rich? Straight up, I'm gonna ask that. Don't say you become rich by making more money. Okay, you want to know how to actually become rich? Strap a GoPro to a rich person's head and see how they live their life. Same for gaming. Strap or record someone. Like, ask somebody to record their gameplay, record their training regimens, record everything that they do in the game every single day for a week. Copy them. No idea is original. No training is original. Nothing in life is original. We're all products of something else. If you want to be rich, which I sure as hell do, and that's a goal that I have, but I'm not going to achieve that by just saying it, by just thinking it. I'm going to achieve that by doing it. When I wanted Champ 1, the goal was not even really a sight. The goal wasn't to achieve Champ 1. The goal was to spend 2 hours training every day, pushing myself out of my comfort zones, doing things that I never thought that I could have, achieving a new skill every week, doing something in a competitive match, which was air dribbling, and I actually did that in Plat 1 somehow. And then 2 days later, I was Diamond 1. So you can kind of see. It's about the systems you put in place. Make the goals your systems. Don't make the goals your dreams. The reward of a good system is your goal. That's all it is. Like, a hot, submissive, feminine wife is not your goal in life. That is a reward for being hardworking, disciplined, gentlemanly, etc. It's about the systems you put in place, not the goal. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I could save this. I could save this knowledge for myself and just become successful. But I care too much about other people, even the people that don't like me. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny, bitch ass? You're still never gonna listen. Maybe a couple of you will. Maybe my brother will. Maybe he'll join me. Maybe he'll come to the top with me. Most of you won't, though. Oh, there's Tourette's blink. That was the first time I did the Tourette's blink. It's kind of, or the first time I consciously did it, or I noticed I did it. Now my bloody nose is getting really annoying, so I might just like, bro, this camera is like down, so it fucks with my frame so much. I have to like, if I look like this, then I look better. But then that's weird. I'll make Jeffrey Dahmer. Light skin Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I find it funny, honestly, that all these people like doubt me when I've proved, and I'm going to prove time and time again, the type of person I'm going to be in my life. And it's funny because I always told people, yeah, I know I'm not recording YouTube videos consistently, but that's just right now. I know in like half a year, I know that eventually, I always say eventually, I'll just start doing it randomly. Out of nowhere, it'll click. That's what I call it. I call it a click. If you know me, when you have that apotheosis, like hero's journey moment, when you have that moment in gaming, it's a click. You do something once, you do it over and over and over and over again. You air dribble once, You air dribble again and again and again. Maybe you fail. Then you do it again and again and again and fail again and again. And you get more and more and more consistent. That's all consistency is. It was not about the quality. Like, the first time you do an air dribble, let's take Rocket League, for example. First time you do an air dribble, it's the most sloppy, stupid thing in the world. It's like 2 touches. Technically an air dribble still. Whatever. But by your 5,000th time doing an air dribble, you can air drag it every single time. Because it's not about the quality, bitch. And you know that I'm gonna learn. You know that I'm gonna master this shit. That I'm gonna master influence. I'm gonna master sales. I'm gonna master videography. I'm gonna master editing. You know me. When it comes to that, you know me. You don't know me personally. My personality, the way I think, I guess. Kind of. I've kind of explained some of it in this. But you know how much I've achieved in gaming. And that might sound stupid. But the fact that everything I've learned from gaming can apply to real life. Because everything is connected. Man, I should really look into God. This is getting this is about to get really deep really fast. And honestly, I don't want to talk about my beliefs and why I don't want to submit to a ruler right now. But I believe that he should exist. Don't want to talk about that. And it's about to hit an hour recording. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. To the people that I want to say fuck you to, fuck you. To my brothers, love you. Bitch ass.